And that's okay. It's your resistance is showing you things that you need to work on. And so if Source is working through you, but when things go wrong, and you can say, that was Source working through me. We all have an innate gift, whether it's a musical gift or a gift of teaching or a gift of sharing or a gift of fixing things. We all have an innate gift that we were born with to share with the world. And are you using that gift to serve? Welcome to the Serenity Journey. My name is James, and we are here to help you on your pathway to inner peace. I was just doing a meditation today, and I wanted to come in and share a quick video where I wanted to share with you this idea that we've been toying with. One of the things that we've been talking a lot about is failure and the fear of failure, how we overcome our failures. I'm actually writing some stuff right now called Failing My Way to Success, and how it's about my spiritual awakening and how I failed so many times in my journey and yet continue to make progress, continue to grow. And I was just meditating on this today. And this is going to be a little weird. I want you to know right up front, I know it's weird, and a lot of people are going to resist this. And that's okay. It's your resistance is showing you things that you need to work on in your own life. So I want you to accept, one of the things that I came to accept a long time ago is that we are all extensions of Source. We are all extensions of Source, God, higher consciousness, whatever you want to call the place we all came from. We're all extensions of that. And so whenever I was meditating on this, one of the things that came through my meditation is that every action that I take is Source working through me to do that. I am not the doer of anything. And I've been meditating on this idea of non-doership for a while. So what it came down to is when you start looking at your failures, you have to recognize that even those things that you consider to be failures was Source working through you to do that. And so if Source is working through you in every moment of every day, not just when things go well, we can say, oh, God did that through me. That's great. But when things go wrong, and you can say, that was Source working through me. Well, this gives you opportunity to step back and look at it and say, Source was working this through me. So this was important too. This was something that had to happen in my life. And the only evidence I need to see that this had to happen in my life is that it did happen. Because every experience I've ever had has brought me to where I am. This is an experience that happened maybe to bring me closer to that connection to Source and to deeper understanding my own connection to Source. And when we go through the traumas that we've been through in our past, no matter what it is, I'm doing this with the traumas I went through as a child when I was abused. I'm doing this with the traumas I've gone through as an adult, being picked on and abused. I'm doing this with all the failures I've had in my business as a content creator, in my jobs that I've had, everything that I've ever done where I failed. I can do this. And I can go through and I can really sit with it and say, the things that I did in this situation may have been right or wrong. But everything that happened was Source working through me, so none of it was actually wrong. It's only my ego. It's only my false identity as being this human being. My false identity of being this person that's separate from everyone else that makes me believe that I did anything wrong or that the situation was wrong. And this is not about denying accountability. This isn't about denying responsibility for our behaviors or the results of our behaviors, but accepting that everything that happens for a reason. And when we find that is Source working through us, then we can start to say that this was all meant to be. This is all something that is going exactly the way it needs to go. Now, that doesn't mean we deny responsibility for our behavior. That doesn't mean that we can just shrug off anything that we do and say, we can just do whatever, and it's all God working through me. No, we need to work on deepening our connection and following what our heart tells us. The more we bring ourselves and our consciousness into alignment with Source, the less we want to do those negative behaviors that got us to where we were in the first place. A lot of people think, oh, well, we can just use this and say, oh, well, I can just do whatever. I can go out and kill people and it's okay. It's just Source working through me. That's not what I'm talking about, because that's showing a disconnection from your own Source energy and your own higher calling. What I am saying is that we need to find alignment within ourselves and stop living in this egoic structure that says, I am separate and that my actions don't matter. And to recognize that when you act, Source acts through you. And when I act, Source is acting through me. And when these other people that I don't like act, Source is acting through them as well. This gets us to a place of being able to accept so much about the world that we don't like. This helps us get to a place where we can accept and flow through these challenges rather than fighting and resisting them. See, the struggle, the suffering always comes when we resist what Source is trying to do through us, when we resist what Source is doing through another person. This is what creates resistance. This is what creates struggle, negativity, and suffering, is that resistance to Source. And that resistance all comes from the ego, the false identity of ourselves. I hope that this is helping you. If you are struggling to make it through your life, I want you to make sure you follow us all around the web, connect with us on all of our other social media platforms, and make sure you click the subscribe button below so that you can get all of our latest updates coming to you from the Serenity Journey. As we continue moving forward, one of the things that I want to do is I want to help people more and more with getting in touch with who they are and with their own inner source. I'm not here to tell you what decisions are right or wrong in your life. That's not at all what I do. What I do is help people get in touch with themselves so that they can find those answers for their own life. I've been doing this for 30 years, and everyone that I've worked with, I found a few simple things. One, I believe that everyone I've ever worked with is an extension Source. Even the people that I've never worked with, that I've never met, we're all extensions of Source. We all come from this same place. And because of that, we can all learn from each other. I think even whenever I'm coaching somebody, yes, I may be there to teach them some things, but I also learn as much through coaching and helping somebody as they learn from me. Sometimes, and it's even learning from myself, because whenever I'm coaching, when I'm working with somebody, I'm not the coach. I'm just the vessel that Source is using to bring this person into greater alignment with that which they came from. And so sometimes things come through me that are new insights that I like to understand. I do this in meditation every day. I sit and meditate every single day. I try to. Some days I do better than others. Some days I forget to. Some days I get busy, but I try to sit in meditation every single day. And one of the things that I do is a lot of these videos, a lot of my articles on my blog, a lot of the stuff that we're sharing on social media is stuff that's coming through these meditations and just allowing it to flow out of us and out to helping people making this shift in our lives. I know this awakening that we are going through as a world right now is helping to raise the consciousness of the planet. But in order to do that, we have to become more in tune with our own self. We have to do the inner work first. This isn't about being selfish. It's about recognizing that in order to truly go out and serve the world, we have to get in touch with our own inner being, get into alignment there first, and then we go out and serve the world. I see a lot of people that think, oh, I'm just going to sit here and meditate and riches are going to come to me and abundance is going to come to me and everything. And it's a very ego-based way of looking at things because it's all selfishly motivated about what I'm trying to get from the universe. When you make this shift, if you truly start finding this alignment, you're going to start worrying about what you get, and you're going to make this shift into how may I better serve? And you're going to recognize that we're all here to serve in some way. It can be through giving advice and coaching people like I do. It could be from building things or making things, fixing things. Whatever you feel the desire to do to serve, you're going to start finding that your concern is less about what you get and more about what you give in return. What you give, and a gift given out of generosity, which is one of the principles we teach, means that you give without expectation of any return, including appreciation for the work that you did. Sometimes I do work for people and they don't even give me appreciation for that work, much less giving me money, giving me time, giving me anything else in return. Often I give of myself to people and I get nothing in return, including appreciation. And I have to accept that that's the way it is, because when I'm here, I am a servant. I am here to serve, and to serve means I'm giving you without expectation. And so as we start adopting this philosophy, as we start adopting these ideas into our lives, what are you doing to give, to serve? What are you creating that you can use to give to other people? What is your gift that you're here to share with the world? One of my great teachers was Dr. Wayne Dyer, and one of the principles of success in inner peace that we talked about in this video right here is don't die with your music still in you. And that principle is talking about we all have an innate gift, whether it's a musical gift or a gift of teaching or a gift of sharing or a gift of fixing things. We all have an innate gift that we were born with to share with the world. And are you using that gift to serve? Are you doing something with that gift? Are you sharing something with the world? When you truly get into alignment with that, then you will start to recognize when you speak, God speaks. When you teach, God teaches. When you fix things, God's doing that through you. That's where that gift comes from. That gift is your connection to Source. Your connection to serving through your connection to Source is why you have that gift. Through that gift is how you can connect to Source and how you can use that gift to serve other people. Whenever I'm coaching people, I get new insights. I get new awareness. I get as much as I give, not with expecting to get, but it just naturally happens. Sometimes I'll say something in a new way that expands my own consciousness. That's why I don't plan out these videos. I don't write these, elaborate plans of what my videos are going to be. I have a general topic, and then I just turn on record and start recording and let what flows through me flows out. The same thing is what I do with my coaching. I don't have a plan for my coaching. I sit down, I feel the person, I sit and talk with the person, and we have a conversation. And through that conversation, insights and strategies and ways to transform their life come out. So this is one of the things I want you to do. How are you serving the world? What is your gift that you're serving with? And how are you going to have it? If you want to share your gift, leave me a comment below. I would really love to know what you are doing to share your gift with the world. I hope that this helps you to start understanding how you can change the way you look at your failures, as well as looking at your gifts and what you're sharing with the world, and start allowing God to speak through you. We'll see you in the next video. Have a fantastic day.